Hello and welcome back to Morocco. Um, let's take a look at our civilization and see where we're at. We'll start kind of at the left and work our way right. So Fez is a new city that we just built, and they want to know what we want to build in Fez. So just like we did in Rabat, except here I think we really do need a worker. Well, we also need a granary. So let's go granary. Again, this is going to be just like Rabat. This is exactly what we did in Rabat. So granary, and then build a worker, and then we'll see what you need after that. I think that will be a pretty good plan. Although to solve this unhappiness problem, I really need to get a worker over here to work these gems. I should have a worker up here, and as soon as that worker is done, I'm going to send them down to start mining these gems. That'll give us some happiness and restore our civilization back to balance. So this archer over here is kind of guarding both Marrakesh and Fez. Marrakesh is working on the Hanging Gardens right now. We also have our city over here of Rabat. So Rabat, there's a barbarian encampment that popped up here. We're going to wipe them out. Rabat is working on building a granary. It's almost done with its granary. And then it's going to start work on a worker so it can go down here, start building those silks, and that'll also help us restore our happiness. So let's shoot these barbarians. And we'll attack them. You can see here we get a little bit of a penalty for being unhappy. So unhappiness is not good. Unhappiness means that your city can't grow. So now that I'm thinking about that, we'll just switch everyone over to the production focus. I don't think it'll really make much of a difference in too many of our cities, but if we can't grow anyway, we might as well build everything else as fast as we can. So that's what we'll do. That made a big difference with the Wonder of the World. I mean, I probably should have done that regardless of whether we can grow or not. This archer we'd originally had kind of in this area guarding the trade routes. I think this area seems pretty safe. What I think I'm going to have this guy do, just to kind of guard, it's going to heal, and then I'm going to have him start wandering around the desert. That way when the next barbarian encampment inevitably pops up, he'll be kind of in the desert to deal with it very quickly. The longer the barbarian encampments go, the more dangerous they become. We don't want barbarians. Most definitely, we do not. So we're going to go over here. We're going to send this worker over to Fez so he can start working on the gems. This guy can just kind of relax, go on alert. Again, we're going to shoot the barbarian. Going to kill him. And then this guy is going to go in and actually clear the camp out and get the gold. So I think with this money, I mean, we're making a lot of money right now. And I think if we can get up to the 200 and something gold that it needs, we're definitely going to build, if we can, a worker in either Rabat or Fez, whichever one hasn't started work on it yet. If one of them has started on the worker, we'll probably build them something else like a shrine or library or something similar. So this guy will move into Rabat to just kind of guard. And this guy's going to heal. These Greek soldiers are moving around. I don't think it's really anything to worry about. I think they're just probably we're heading over here to deal maybe with the barbarians. But we already did that, so not needed. Just head down here to that part of the desert. This guy can heal. working on a technology right now also. Currency. Once we get currency, we're really going to start working on Petra. Petra will be very, very important for our capital. So we've got 2 wonders that we want to get done pretty quickly. We want to finish up the Hanging Gardens, and then we want to build Petra as soon as we can. Go on alert. So natural wonders would be like right here. The City of Gold is considered a natural wonder, although how a city is part of the natural world I don't really know, but they added it, so it is. We're going to construct a mine here. When this mine is done, it'll give us 4 happiness. You can see the 4 happiness from the gems. So our trade deal with Alexander just ended. So we're going to go back to him and try and negotiate with him again. I don't know if you remember, but we gave him a really good deal the last time we traded with him. So maybe this time we can work a little better. So again, he's upset about the expansion. We agreed not to expand near him in the future.
Cool.
So we have extra incense. He has extra gold. Let's see if they are willing to make a trade. Yep.
Malista.
So these are different quests that the city-states have. Like wants money, they also want sugar. Bratislava wants us to discover a natural natural wonder. And they want dyes. So if we can fulfill any of those, we'll get about 30 influence or so with them, which is a good way to become friends with them, or to go from friends to being allies, or just generally to push your relationship into a more positive direction. This guy can go over here. We're also working on a great prophet. 200 faith to get the next chance at a great prophet. So when we get a great prophet, we'll be able to found a religion. I think Eastern Orthodoxy has already been founded, but we'll be able to found another religion and choose the benefits we want from it. So we get a policy, so we're probably going to choose another tradition policy. We're getting closer to filling out all of tradition. When you finish tradition, you can buy great engineers with faith once you get into the industrial era. So faith can do other things for you other than just provide religious bonuses. So we are going to have our capital grow. And then the next one we'll get the last one, and we'll also get the bonus for having completed all the social policies in tradition. And hopefully by that time we'll have opened up more social policies that we can choose from, and we should start thinking about how it is we actually want to win this game. I'm pretty sure that we are going to win either with culture or diplomacy. I don't know which one yet. Money will let us kind of do both. Money just allows you to really achieve victory however you decide you want. And I think we'll have to make some decisions, because once we decide how we want to win, we're going to sort of single-mindedly pursue that victory condition. If we decide we want to go for diplomacy, that is going to put us down the path of learning more about like patronage. And if we decide that we want culture, we're going to go down through aesthetics. So it really will depend on how we decide we want to win. Given that Greece is also in the game, and that their special ability revolves around city-states, they're probably going to try for a diplomacy win, I would imagine, unless they're going to get really militarily strong. Someone built the Great Lighthouse, which is a great wonder. I almost always build it if I'm near the coast.
Better is bred with a happy heart.
than wealth with vexation.
Built a great prophet. So we're going to get to found a religion. Let's found that religion. Let's cut to the good stuff here. So I think it's appropriate that we found Islam. I can't think of any of the other ones that would really be appropriate. So we have our desert folklore. We get to choose a founder belief. We probably want to concentrate on something with money. So church property would give us 2 gold for each city that follows the religion. Initiation rites would give us 100 gold when a city first converts. Tithing would give us 1 gold for every 4 followers. So 1 gold for every follower, or 2 gold for each city following this religion. So the church property, I think, is better for cities that aren't so big, and tithing is better the more people you have. So our cities are going to be big cities, so I think we're going to go with tithing. So we get to choose a follower belief, and we probably again want money. If we can choose something that gives ties into money. Don't really see anything. Do we have incense? I think. In Marrakesh we have incense, I think. So I want to check and make sure that we do have incense, because if we do, we're going to want monasteries. If not, it's going to be pagodas, I think. Let's check and see. I'm pretty sure it's incense, and that there's incense kind of scattered all over this map. Yep. So we're going to found that religion. So it's going to be tithing and monasteries. Those are going to be the benefits of following Islam in this game. Mosques, but rather monasteries. 2 faith, 2 culture, more with wine or incense. So let's found that religion. Yes. So now that we have that, we get a choice of what we want to do with our faith as we accumulate it. We can save it for a great profit so we can enhance Islam even further. We can try and purchase missionaries to spread our religion, or we can buy monasteries to enhance our culture and faith. I think we should probably get a missionary so we can spread it at least to our cities. Remember, we get gold from the number of people that are following our religion, so we want to spread that religion out. And ideally, we can convert the entire continent to Islam. If Greece has not founded a religion yet, we can convert them over. So the currency will let us build Petra, which we are going to want to build in Marrakesh. But we need to choose what it is we want next. So we should probably think about what will help us with diplomacy and what will help us with our technology in particular. So chivalry is where we get the Casbah, which is our unique ability. I think we should go for that. We also will get our unique military unit, but that's a little later. So if we work towards the Casbah, it's going to actually put us down the path of learning a lot of other things. So I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, I don't care. Okay. So we're working on drama and poetry right now, which will help us with our culture. It's kind of, it orders the technology you need to get to your ultimate goal, in our case, which is chivalry. And the first thing we need to get that is drama and poetry, which will lead to other things. So you can see we got the gems, and that gave us 4 additional happiness. So our total happiness is 2. So we're back in the positives, and that's good. So there's also these furs down here which require trapping, which we don't have. So we can't go and get those. But we can go back over to these horses and work on these horses, or we could go over to here and get the silk. It'll take us how many turns to get up there? Because I think we might want to go and work on the silk. 9 turns to get over there. That's still 12 turns faster than they'll build their own settler in Rabat. And Rabat has a lot of stuff when they do have another. I keep saying settler, I mean worker. We're gonna head over here. While this guy is moving around, there's an archer, and I want that archer, this archer right here, to kind of work as an escort for. Move over here. He's going to escort our worker over to Rabat, so that nothing crazy happens to him. You know, the Greeks don't get it in their head to suddenly declare war on us, or barbarians spawn or something. Looks like there's another Greek city, Argos, right here. So they are expanding. And that could be problematic. There may come a point at which we need to take some of these Greek cities away from them. I don't really want to do that until we get our own special technology. So let's complete the Hanging Gardens, our first wonder of the world, and then we will just wait up here. That archer is going to wait for the worker, and he's just going to follow the worker back to Rabat. So we should build the Hanging Gardens. There we go. I think that if ever a mortal heard the word of God, it would be in a garden at the cool of the day. Okay. So now we have to decide what we're going to build in Marrakesh. It's queuing up a water mill because we told it to do that. But the situation has changed. I think we need Petra more than we need a water mill. We don't want someone else to build Petra before us. The water mill is still a good idea, but let's build Petra first, and then we can concentrate on that. That'll give us +1 food and +1 production in desert squares. Considering we're surrounded by desert, that we're already getting lots of faith from, we can really make it come alive. And then when we get our chivalry, we'll get the Casbah, and that'll turn our deserts even more productive. So I think this is where we're going to end our video. Fez is almost done with its granary, which will mean it'll start working on its worker. Rabat finished its granary and is working on its worker. There's a worker headed over here to start harvesting some silk. It probably would not be a bad idea to buy another worker to just help in Marrakesh and in Fez. Especially, yeah, let's purchase a worker in Fez. I think, there we go. And we'll take that worker, go back, off of the queue for Fez. And he's going to just build some stuff in Fez to help them grow. Right now they're not doing so, well, they're just started out, so the granary will help, and then these extra squares over here harvesting will help. So hopefully you will come back to Morocco and visit. Before we do say goodbye, we'll just look at the demographics really quick. So we're still #1 in gross national product. We're #2 in manufactured goods. So Greece has the best crops in the world, the most population, they have a lot of cities, and the most manufactured goods. Pocatello of the Shoshone has the most land, which is no wonder. That's their special ability, so it doesn't surprise me. Again, soldiers, I don't know where Greece falls exactly, because I can't see them as either being the best in the world or the worst in the world. Since they're not the worst, we know that means they're not #8, and we're #7, so they got to be 6 or better. So that's a little troubling to me. we're probably going to want to do something to enhance our military at some point because the Greeks are expanding. They're a little annoyed at us. They may want to come over here. So in this city, we're probably going to want to start building some military stuff. But that will be for later, and we will see you next time.